Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Rebel Racing Network and the 204 Late Model Series. I am your commentator tonight, Austin Householder, and we are coming to you live from the virtual Martinsville Speedway, a half-mile oval located in Martinsville, Virginia, where these drivers are going to battle it out for 100 laps. The weather for tonight, we currently have a 6-mile-per-hour wind coming out of the northeast. The temperature, outside temperature, is 80 degrees Fahrenheit. The track temperature currently sits at 105 degrees Fahrenheit, and we have partial cloud cover tonight. So it's a hot one out there today. That's going to make the track slick. We're going to see how these drivers handle it. It will cool down. I do believe this is going to be a night race. So we'll look to see that those track temperatures cool down and see how everyone adjusts to that once the race starts. The rules for tonight's event are these drivers are going to be given two sets of tires, 35% fuel, and one quick repair for the duration of this race. A little update from last week. Last week's winner was the 11 of Adam Binney. That means he is going to have to start in the rear tonight. We're going to see if he can overcome having to start in the rear and drive his way through the pack to repeat this week. And a little update on the points. We are currently waiting for the updated points to be posted in Sim Racer Hub, but as of right now, Riley Duncan is still in the lead. Adam Vinny in second in points. Lee Hamby sits in third. Brock Bigelow in fourth. And Tyler Smith in fifth. And we're currently watching Riley Duncan practice. He just set the fastest lap not too long ago of 20.2 seconds. So we've seen Riley Duncan be fast in practice. He was struggling to get by the 25 of Tyler Smith on the high side. He was able to complete the pass once he got low. Tyler Smith currently sitting ninth in the standings in practice. So that low side is going to be where these drivers want to be tonight. All right, glad to see you, Michael Jordan, in the chat. Not sure if you're the actual Michael Jordan from 23XI, but we are glad to see you here. We are getting ready to go racing. The cars are going to take the track for qualifying. As they qualify, we're going to head back up to the Rebel Studios to do our Port Charlotte Dash for Cash drawing. So we have 12 cars entered in this race. We're going to spin the wheel and see who is going to be entered for the Dash for Cash. Once again, that pot is now up to $35. All right, whoever qualifies 10th tonight is going to be our Dash for Cash driver. The pot is up to $35. A big thank you to Port Charlotte Lawn Care for putting this on, and also to Ryan Kamba, our league owner, who has boosted that pot back up after Adam Vinny won it 2 weeks ago. We're going to head back down track. These drivers finish their qualifying runs. All right. It is the Michael Jordan from 23XI in the chat. At least that's what he says. Maybe he's doing some recruiting here tonight. Michael, one to watch tonight is going to be that 97 of Riley Duncan. He has been dominant in this series all season long. We've got Bill and Jane entering the chat as well. Glad to see you guys here is back again tonight. We currently have 8 of the 12 drivers finished with qualifying. All right, and it looks like we had a couple of late joins. They were not entered into the drawing for the Port Charlotte Dash for Cash. We're a little bit worried we were going to have a smaller field tonight. We still are missing a couple of drivers that we've seen every week. Michael Everett is one of those. Right now, we have Brandon Williams. I apologize. We have Marcus de la Garza currently sitting in 10th. If that time holds, he will be our Dash for Cash driver tonight. All right, and it looks like Dakota Dennis is actually going to race. It was up in the air whether or not he was going. Dakota was going to be racing tonight or running race control. Looks like he has decided to enter the race. We currently have Stephen Gary and Brock Bigelow on track for their qualifying run. Looks like Stephen Gary just finished. Brock Bigelow finishing it up as well. Slow first lap for Brock. We're going to see if he can recover on a second lap. All right, we're glad to see you here, Scotty. We are sad we're not going to see you on track. Scotty Oliver, another big name missing from the field tonight. Brock Bigelow's going to come home 12th. That means Marcus de la Garza, qualified in 10th, is going to be our Port Charlotte Dash for Cash driver. And we're going to see if we can get Marcus up in the booth and let him know he's our Dash for Cash driver and find out what his plan is. Hey, Marcus, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me, buddy?
I do, man. How's it going?
It is going pretty good. I got some good news for you tonight. You are going to be our Port Charlotte Lawn Care Dash for Cash driver, and that pod is up to $35. What is your...
man, that is awesome. Thank you, Austin, for that news right before we start the race here.
All right, no problem. What is going to be your plan tonight to take home the cash?
Honestly, I think I'm going to just kind of take it a little bit easy and kind of watch where the race goes over the first 10 or 15 laps and then start to attack from there. But honestly, this is going to be a little bit of a battle for me. Let's see if we can get it done.
All right, we will be keeping an eye on you all race. Thank you, Marcus. We'll let you go get in the grid.
Thank you very much, Austin, and thank you all to y'all that are watching. See you after the race.
Hopefully. Once again, that was Marcus de la Garza, our Port Charlotte Lawn Care Dash for Cash driver. The drivers are now gridding. We're going to go ahead and run through our official grid tonight. Taking the pole, we're going to have Dylan Potts starting to his outside is going to be the 11 of Adam Vinny. In third, we have Riley Duncan. Fourth place to his outside is going to be Lee Hamby. Fifth place will be Steven Crouch. Sixth place will be Tyler Smith. Ryan Comba is going to roll off seventh place. Clint Walker in eighth. Nolan Perry will start in ninth. Marcus de la Garza, our Port Charlotte Lawn Care Dash for Cash driver, is going to start 10th. Mike Forrester, the owner of Port Charlotte Lawn Care, will roll off 11th. Brock Bigelow will be starting to his outside in 12th. Stephen Gary in 13th. Brandon Williams will start 14th. And Dakota Dennis will be bringing up the tail of the field starting in 15th. Dylan Potts, a newer face to the 204 League. We saw him win, I believe it was his first or second race. He got beat out last week by Adam Vinny, but he's going to start on the pole. Adam Vinny, once again, has to go to the rear since he won last week. He's going to have to take that EOL to start the race. And the lights on the pace car are out. We are getting ready to go green and get the Ride Weights 100 underway. Pace car dives to the inside. They're coming off of turn 4. The green flag is out. And we are racing in the Ride Weights 100 as they take off into turn 1. Dylan Potts jumps out to an early lead. Riley Duncan looking to capitalize as well to get by Lee Hamby on that inside. This is where Riley wants to be. We watched him in practice. He was struggling on the outside, but was able to complete passes on the inside. So we're going to see if he can complete this pass. We've also got that 92 of Steven Crouch trying to follow Riley Duncan to the inside. He's got a nose to quarter panel of Lee Hamby. Lee Hamby shuts the door there. They sorted it out quick. They are now single file. Looks like someone tapped the wall in the back there. That 92 of Steven Crouch trying to jump out of line again. He is trying to get underneath the 47 of Lee Hamby. Couldn't quite make it work that time. I believe that is Clint Walker struggling in the back. He has tapped the wall twice, I believe. So he's having a little bit of trouble getting off of these corners. It looks like that 0-2 of Clint Walker's figured it out. This Martinsville is such a tough track to drive. These corners can be very tricky. Working the brakes and the gas, you know, you've got to find that perfect balance to be fast. We're going to go back, check on Marcus De La Garza, our Port Charlotte Lawn Care Dash for Cash driver. He has dropped back to 13th since the start of the race. Losing 3 positions. Early struggles for Marcus. We're going to go back up to the front of the pack. Dylan Potts in control of this race. Riley Duncan hot on his tail. Dylan has not been able to pull away from Riley. So Riley's looking to his inside. Riley got a great run off of turn 2. He gets to the inside of Dylan Potts and looks to complete the pass. Dylan's stuck on that high side. Riley not completing it off of turn 4 there, but I think he's going to get him in 1 and 2. He's got him cleared. Riley Duncan, your new leader. Lee Hamby looking to take over second place, and it looks like some trouble for Brandon Williams and Dakota Dennis in the back. Green flag stays out as Lee Hamby tries to take over second place. Dylan Potts tags the outside wall there. That's going to slow him down just a little bit, but he is still hanging tough with Lee. So the 92 of Steven Crouch now moves down. And Dylan Potts is just stuck on that high side. He's getting freight trained from underneath. And now Tyler Smith going to try and make a move as well. Tyler Smith hops back in line. I want to go back and see what happened with Brandon Williams and Dakota Dennis. Brandon Williams a little loose there. Looks like Dakota just got loose there. And Brandon Williams gets into the back of him. Tough break for those two. They have sorted it back out single file. And Riley Duncan now looking to run away with the lead. But he is approaching lap traffic. Dakota Dennis, that trouble earlier on in the race. '92 is him, Stephen Crouch. All right, we got the Texans in the chat, so you guys playing a joke on me? Michael Jordan, the Texans. You know, we got some big names in the chat. What is going on, guys? Have I blown up that big in the last week? So Riley Duncan. Oh, and the caution is out. Caution is out. Looks like Ryan Kaba involved in that. Riley Duncan was pulling away from the pack, about to approach lap traffic. We're going to see if lap traffic was going to be a factor for him or if he was just going to go by Dakota like he was standing still. But caution is out. Ryan Kaba involved. Let's go back, take a look, see what happened there. Looks like Ryan just got loose coming off of turn 4. Tags the inside wall. He gets stuck going backwards. Caution will fly. And we're going to step aside for some commercials.
Charlotte residents know how brutal Florida summers can be, and no one wants to spend their weekends mowing and edging in that heat. That's where Port Charlotte Lawn Care comes in. They offer reliable, professional lawn care services, mowing, trimming, edging, and blowing to keep yards looking sharp and stress-free week after week. No contracts, no nonsense, just dependable service from a team that takes pride in every lawn they service. For a yard that's clean, green, and ready to enjoy, trust the pros at Port Charlotte Lawn Care. Call Port Charlotte Lawn Care today for a free quote, serving the greater Port Charlotte area. Port Charlotte Lawn Care, where your lawn is their pride.
All right, and we are back. Big thank you to Port Charlotte Lawn Care. All right, we're glad you are here to watch your friend, and we will be looking forward to you hopefully getting in the league next season. I do believe registration is closed. So Ryan Kaba and Dakota Dennis both decide to head down pit road, try and get some damage repaired and get back in this race. It looks like the lights on the pace car are out. We are doubling them back up, getting ready to go back green here. Riley Duncan will bring them to the green flag this time around. Pace car is off. They are coming off turn 4, getting ready to enter the restart zone. Green flag is out. We're back racing. Riley Duncan gets a great jump there. Immediately hops up in front of Lee Hamby. That 92 of Stephen Crouch makes the pass as well. Lee Hamby now sitting in 3rd. We see the 25 of Tyler Smith and the 98 of Nolan Perry battling it out. Tyler Smith got to the inside. That is where you want to be tonight. Brock Bigelow looking to enter the fray as well, with his teammate Adam Binney right on his tail. Brock Bigelow and that 11 of Adam Binney, they have been fast this season. Brock almost clears Nolan Perry there. I think he's going to complete it this turn and leave that door open for Adam Vinny to get underneath. Nolan Perry battles back hard on the high side, not giving an inch to Brock. Oh, looks like Marcus De La Garza out of shape there. I'm sorry, that was Brandon Williams got out of shape. Saw him shoot to the low side of the track. He recovers. We're going to go right back to this battle. Battle for sixth. Nolan Perry trying to hang with Brock Bigelow. Brock is going to clear him. Adam Vinny now getting to the inside of Nolan Perry. I tell you what, I miss the Wonder Boy at Martinsville too. I grew up a Jeff Gordon fan, and Martinsville was one of his best tracks. I actually got to see him win there when I was a kid. So Adam Vinny is going to complete the pass on Nolan Perry, and they're going to settle in single file. As Brock and Adam both try to drive to the front. Go look at Riley Duncan. He is now opened up to a half-second lead over second place of Stephen Crouch. Riley and Stephen are both very fast. Lee Hamby now over a second behind the leader. It looks like we have Brock Bigelow getting ready to get passed by Adam Vinny. Brock now stuck on the high side. Nolan Perry going to take a position back from Brock as well, or looking to. He's to Brock's inside. We saw Brock struggle to pass Nolan Perry on the inside. Nolan Perry's now struggling to pass Brock. Looks like Brock is going to hold on to the position for now. He shuts the door on Nolan Perry. It looks like Stephen Gary and Clint Walker both tagged the wall behind those two coming off the turn. Clint Walker tagging the wall a couple of times there. So we now come down to we're approaching lap 37. Those tires have got to be getting used up at this point. Tires do not last very long at Martinsville. We're going to go back, take a look at our Dash for Cash driver. That 99 of Marcus De La Garza, he is looking to get by Ryan Comba, that 204 car. I don't know if that 00 would be walking the dog if he was out there tonight. Riley Duncan has been dominant since he got out there in that clean air out front. He is now almost up to a second lead over second place Stephen Crouch. Caution is out. Caution is out. Looks like Nolan Perry involved, Brandon Williams, and Dakota Dennis all tied up in that. Let's go back and see what happened there. Nolan Perry just got loose. There. Looks like the 96 of Brandon Williams checked up hard to try and avoid him. And then he gets rear-ended by Dakota Dennis. Tough break. And we have pit stops happening now. So Riley Duncan leads them down pit road. I think these guys are going to opt for the tires. So it looks like Lee Hamby and Clint Walker and Ryan Comba and Nolan Perry are all going to stay out. We're going to see who wins the race off pit road. Riley Duncan, no competition getting off pit road. 92 of Stephen Crouch. Second, Dylan Potts, third off pit road. Good pit stop for Riley Duncan. Looks like he will be restarting in third as Ryan Comba and Nolan Perry both decided to head down pit road. We're going to step away for a word from our sponsors.
I'm Dr. Felter Snatch from the Helping Hand Clinic in downtown Arcadia, Florida. Do you have a friend, loved one, or coworker who suffers from erectile dysfunction? Well, first, I'd like to know, why do you know your coworker has erectile dysfunction? That's another question for another court case. Anyway, we can cure erectile dysfunction without drugs, without therapy, without inpatients. All it takes is simple diet and exercise. The tricky part is getting her to diet and exercise. To find out more, come visit us down at the Helping Hand Clinic. We're located in a van behind Walmart, downtown Arcadia.
All right, and we are back. The lights on the pace car are out. They are doubled up. Lee Hamby is going to lead them to the green flag this time by. And big thank you to the Helping Hand Clinic. Be sure to check them out. I've heard that the doctor there looks a little bit like Ryan Comba. Green flag is out. Lee Hamby jumps out to a lead there. The 0-2 of Clint Walker gets down to the low side. Nolan Perry not able to complete a pass. Nolan's going to settle into third, and they are 2x2 behind him. Dylan Potts and Stephen Crouch battling it out now. Dylan's going to get by Stephen Crouch. Stephen Crouch comes down, gives Adam Vinny a tap. Stephen's stuck on that high side. He is dropping fast on that high side. We've seen Stephen be fast. I do not think he has figured out the high side yet. And we will be glad to see that 00 back for IRP. We are glad that you like the commercial. Big shout out to Ryan Comba. He helps me find these commercials and create these commercials, so I want to give a big shout out to him. All right, and we still see Lee Hamby in control of this one. He's gotten out to a half-second lead over second place Riley Duncan. Riley able to get his way... make his way by Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith dropping fast. He did not pit that last time, or that last caution. We're seeing Dylan Potts trying to hold off that 11 of Adam Vinny. Caution is out. Our third caution of the night comes out on lap 51. We have now officially passed halfway. Looks like Brandon Williams involved. Go back, take a look, see what happened here. Brandon Williams already with some right side damage. He just gets loose, locks the tires up coming off of turn 2, then taps the inside wall trying to get it back straight. Lee Hamby now making his way down pit road. He's going to opt to take some new tires. Now, he stayed out that last caution. We did not get a lot of green flag laps in. Wondering about the strategy here of Lee Hamby, Ryan Caba, and Marcus De La Garza. Not necessarily enough time to really get those tires warm. I don't think these new tires are going to be a big factor with Lee Hamby's going to leave him off pit road, and that's going to put Riley Duncan back in charge of this one. So as we get back to green, get ready to go back to green, Riley Duncan is currently sitting in first place. Dylan Potts in second. Adam Vinny in third. Tyler Smith in fourth. Clint Walker will restart fifth. Brock Bigelow in sixth. Stephen Crouch in seventh. Nolan Perry in eighth. Stephen Gary in ninth. Lee Hamby will restart 10th. He was the first car to pit. Marcus De La Garza in 11th. Our Port Charlotte Lawn Care Dash for Cash driver. Dakota Dennis will restart 12th. Mike Forrestner in 13th. Ryan Comba in 14th. And Brandon Williams will bring up the rear. They're doubled up. The pace car is off. Green flag is back out as they get ready to come around to the restart zone. Riley Duncan enters the restart zone and takes off. Trouble. Big trouble in the back. We are still green. And the yellow flag will fly. Looks like Brock Bigelow, Nolan Perry, Lee Hamby, Brandon Williams, and Mike Forrestner are all involved in that wreck on the restart. Let's go back and see what happened. Looked like a big checkup from the two of Dylan Potts. Check the rest of the field up. And mayhem ensues behind it. I'm not sure if that was a checkup or the 25 of Tyler Smith just got a little bit too eager there. I think the 25 of Tyler Smith got a little bit too eager there. And that brings out our fourth caution of the night. All right, the lights on the pace car are out. We're getting ready to go back green as they line up 2 by 2. Adam Vinny has driven his way from the back. He's going to be restarting on the front row, but he's going to be restarting from the outside. Stephen Crouch will be restarting behind Riley Duncan on the inside. We're going to We've seen Steven Crouch be aggressive on these restarts. We're going to see if he tries to complete a pass on Adam Vinny. Steven got up tight to the bumper. Riley Duncan takes off. Adam Vinny's going to shut the door on Steven. Ooh, 47 around. 47 of Lee Hamby goes around. He and the 96 of Brandon Williams backwards on track. Looks like Marcus De La Garza involved in that as well. Marcus able to drive away. I'll go back to see what happened there. Looked like the 47 had to check up. I believe that was the 2 of Dylan Potts. Look at it from another angle here. Yeah, it looks like there was a big checkup. Started with Brock Bigelow, and Marcus just gets in the back of Lee Hamby. And that will be our 5th caution of the night, coming out at lap 62. So we'll set him up and try again. Looks like Brandon Williams and Marcus De La Garza having some issues under the yellow flag. Possibly some tempers flaring. We saw Brandon Williams. Looks like a little, not sure what happened there. Looks like it started with the 47 of Lee Hamby. Comes to a stop on track. They're lined up 2 by 2, and the lights on the pace car are out. We're getting ready to go back green. Steven Crouch, he had the door shut on him on that last restart. We're going to see if he's a little bit more aggressive here. Pace car is off. Steven trying to get right up underneath the back bumper of Riley Duncan. Riley Duncan takes off, closes the door on Adam Vinny. Steven is there. He's to the inside of Adam Vinny. Looking to take over second place. He's got a nose out in front as they come back to the line. Steven Crouch will take over second place from Adam Vinny. So they're battling back in the pack. You see Brock Bigelow stuck on the outside there. The 111 of Stephen Gary trying to get to the inside of Brock. Brock to the end, hits the outside wall. He dives low. Struggles for Brock tonight. Lee Hamby trying to make his way back up to the front. He's right on Brock Bigelow's tail. 111 of Stephen Gary stuck on the high side there. Dylan Potts is going to make his way by him, and Marcus De La Garza looks to get underneath Stephen Gary. Go back, look at the leader, Riley Duncan, not able to open up that much of a gap on 92. There he goes, almost a half a second gap now. Adam Benny, tight on the bumper of Stephen Crouch. Adam Benny now getting to the inside of Steven. So he tries to take second place away from that 92 of Stephen Crouch. See Steven able to hold his own on the outside. He pulls back in front of Adam Benny. Adam's got his hands full trying to get by Steven. And we're seeing Dylan Potts has now made his way down pit road. I believe he is out of the race. We're going to go back, take a look at a driver we have not talked about yet tonight, Mike Forrestner. He started 11th. He currently sits in 11th. No moves from Mike Forrestner. Stephen Gary tries to get to his inside. Seeing Mike struggle here a little bit. Looks like Steven's going to get by him. Now, I've spoken with Mike Forrestner. He's told me he is not a he's not a big short track driver. He likes more the 1.5 miles. So some struggles here for Mike Forrestner. Dakota Dennis, he qualified last for this race. He is now up 5 positions to 10th. He gets loose there and then hits the apron. We come down to 24 to go. We've still got Riley Duncan in control of this race. Stephen Crouch in second. Adam Benny in third. Tyler Smith now riding in fourth. Go back, look at Mike Forrestner. Marcus De La Garza has now closed the gap on Mike Forrestner. Marcus had a tough race tonight. He is down 3 positions from 10th where he started. I just like to point out the 204 of Ryan Comba. He is hanging tight in 6th, even though it looks like he's got some right front damage. We've got Lee Hamby now challenging Clint Walker for 7th place. Lee Hamby jumps to the inside of Clint. He's able to get by him and shuts the door on him. Brock Bigelow sitting back there in 9th. He is up 3 positions from where he qualified, but we're not used to seeing Brock at the back of the pack. It looks like Stephen Crouch is having some issues. Adam Benny was able to get by Stephen Crouch. Tyler Smith now looking to the inside of Stephen Crouch. Some issues for that 92 car. Adam Vinny's got his sights now set on Riley Duncan. But Riley Duncan's got a half-second lead as we come down to 15 to go. Got a great battle going on for third, though. Tyler Smith and Steven Crouch, I think they've used up their tires. They are racing each other hard. We're seeing a lot of bobbles out of these guys. I just like to point out the 97 of Riley Duncan and the 11 of Adam Vinny. Their lap times are almost identical. Riley Duncan, 2/100ths faster than Adam Vinny that last go round. This time, Adam Vinny's 2/100ths faster. 1/100th faster. They come to the line, 11 to go. Adam not able to close that gap. Adam tags the wall there. Nine to go. Adam closed the gap there a little bit. I wonder if he saved a little bit of tires. Riley Duncan able to open it back up as they go through the turn. Looks like they both tagged the wall there. We'll go back. Tyler Smith has now opened up a gap on that 92 of Steven Crouch as well. Coming down to 7 to go. Adam Vinny's closing that gap a little bit. Now 0.4 of a second. That last lap, their lap times were still almost identical. Only a couple 100ths of a second between the two. Five to go. I think Riley Duncan has lost a step here. Both these drivers on older tires now. Over 50 laps on these tires. Adam Vinny is closing that gap, but is he going to have enough time to actually complete a pass? Tyler Smith is killing it. I will say that. I believe he had some troubles earlier on in this race. Got caught out on the high side. Dropped back. Driven his way back up to third now. I was watching that 25 of Tyler Smith in practice. He was very fast in practice, and it has transferred over to the race. We're going to go right back to this battle for the lead as they come down to 2 to go. Adam Vinny now 0.2 of a second behind Riley Duncan. Caution is out. Caution is out. Mike Forrestner in the wall. Looks like Brandon Williams involved in that as well. Caution will come out before the white flag. So we're going to get a green-white checkered finish here, folks. Let's go back and see what happened. See Mike Forrestner and Marcus De La Garza. Marcus just gets in the back of Mike, sends him around. 96 locks up his brakes to avoid it. I think Mike got a little bit angry there. Tried to turn it around, ends up running into the outside wall. That is going to shake things up. Adam Vinny a little bit faster than Riley Duncan as that run went on. But now Adam Vinny's got to start from the outside, and we've got Tyler Smith on the inside. It'll be interesting to see what Tyler Smith does. Is he going to try and take second place away from Adam Vinny and get a good jump when Riley Duncan goes? All right, I see Jane in here saying podium for the 11th. Don't speak too soon, Jane. Green, white, checkered. Anything can happen here. One thing we do know, cautions breed cautions. I know Tyler Smith is going to be eager to try and gain a position here starting on the inside. And we've also seen that 92 of Steven Crouch be very aggressive on the restarts, but we're getting ready to go back green. The lights on the pace car are out. They are lined up 2 by 2. Pace car is off. As they go into 3. They're entering the restart zone. Green flag is out. Riley Duncan shuts the door on Adam Vinny. Tyler Smith got to the inside. He gets Adam Vinny loose. Adam Vinny very loose there. Tyler Smith going by on the inside. That's also going to open up the door for that 98 of Nolan Perry. Nolan Perry's to Adam Vinny's inside. Riley Duncan, while all this is going on, Riley Duncan is running away with it. Adam Vinny now jumps to the inside of Tyler Smith. Oh, they're wrecking. They're wrecking. They're wrecking as they come to the line. Clint Walker, Steven Crouch, Lee Hamby, Mike Forrestner, Nolan Perry all involved in that. Checkered flag is out. Riley Duncan, your race winner. Tyler Smith in second. Adam Vinny in third. I've got to go back and watch that. They come to the line. Adam Vinny stuck on the high side. He cuts off that 98, jumps to the inside of the 25 of Tyler Smith, gets him loose. Looks like some frustrations boiled over with Adam Vinny and Tyler Smith. I don't think Adam Vinny liked the move that Tyler Smith made earlier on in the race, but we're going to get a chance to talk to him. They're lined up for pictures now. All right. And I am just trying to find the drivers in the Discord. We are getting ready to do our post-race interviews. First driver up, he came home third tonight, is Adam Vinny in that 11 car. Adam Vinny, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, buddy? So take me through those last 2 laps. Yeah, we saw you and Tyler Smith trading some paint.
Yeah, it seems like everyone was trading paint with me. Not real happy. Just, yeah, not happy.
Yeah, it looked like, maybe tempers boiled over a little bit. You made a very aggressive move, diving down in front of the 98 of Nolan Perry, getting to the inside of Tyler Smith. And did you mean to rattle his cage there?
No, I'm going to watch the replay, but I believe he came down on me, gave me no room. He wanted to rear end me, getting in. I ended up saving it. He got by me. I ended up getting my nose to the inside of him from what I was seeing, and just came down on me. So, yeah, that was super fantastic. Love it.
Yep. So you still came home third tonight, so you still got a podium finish. Riley Duncan atop of the leaderboard again. Seems like he's been dominant all season. Do you have a plan to beat, get out ahead of Riley Duncan as we go deeper into the season?
Martinsville is just so hard to pass. I think if I would have started up front by him, I think I definitely had something for him for sure.
All right. Well, congratulations again on a third place finish. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you get on out of here?
Thanks, buddy. You guys, Rebel Racing Network, Beard Wisconsin, Bam, Next Level Litigation Support, Fridge Brick Time, Puma, just everybody that's on the car and continue to support, and parents and kids and girlfriend and everybody that, yeah, tuned in. Hopefully they enjoyed it, and on to next week.
All right. Good luck next week, buddy. That was Adam Benny. He came
Thanks,
home.
bud.
Yep. He came home third place tonight. We're going to bring in Tyler Smith. Tyler, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right. So it seemed like some tempers flaring there at the end. We just talked to Adam. He didn't like your move on that restart. Take me through those last 2 laps from your perspective.
On the restart, I felt like he missed the start a little bit, and I got to the inside of him, and he just came down across the nose. He did slide up the track, but it's not really how I wanted to get by him, but it really wasn't my fault either.
All right, and then when he
Then
got...
to drive it in, and then he drove it in and shipped me. But luckily, I saved it, gathered it up, and got through to the finish.
Yeah, that was a great save. I'm going to be honest. I thought you guys were both going around there. Very exciting finish. That's going to be one for the highlight reel. So, anyone you want to thank before we let you get on out of here?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to thank Scotty for being in my ear all night, being the crew chief, telling me what moves to make in the pits.
All right, we had him in our
Shout
chat,
out to the
too.
old lady. Shout out to the old lady for sitting down and watching me drive in circles every Tuesday.
Well, we appreciate her tuning in as well. And, we saw Scotty Oliver in the chat. So, Taylor, let me know in the chat that, who she's rooting for so I can focus more on you.
Oh, yeah. Will do.
All right, buddy. Congratulations again. Way to hold them off and come home second place.
Thank you, thank you.
Once again, that was the 25 of Tyler Smith. He came home second place after holding off the 11 of Adam Vinny. Next, we're going to talk to that 97 of Riley Duncan. He brings home the win again tonight. Riley, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
I gotcha.
All right, congratulations on another win. You are absolutely dominating. You're atop the points. I've lost count of how many races you have won. Take me through those last 2 laps. It seemed like everything was happening behind you. Were you looking in your mirror watching all that go on?
I was watching the first corner, and then I seen that they got, I don't know, they went 3 wide or almost wrecked or something. And then after that, I just kind of kept looking forwards. They were so far behind, but I was a little worried about Adam there. He was creeping up on me when we had that long run, but I don't know. I think I had enough of a lead. I was going to get it done, though.
Yeah, we were watching on the long run. You guys were running almost identical lap times. Adam was creeping up little by little. I don't think he had, he had enough time to complete the pass. What did you think when that last caution came out?
Wasn't necessarily that worried because I knew that Adam would have to start on the outside, and that is such a huge disadvantage here. I mean, I was definitely worried about getting ran into from the back, but luckily everybody was pretty good.
All right. So anyone you want to thank tonight before we let you burn it down?
Yeah, of course. Easy Clean, R&M Motorsports, Viper Graphics, and BRNZ Performance.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, buddy. Congratulations on another win. Go ahead, burn it down for us. Once again, that was Riley
Was that
Duncan.
good enough?
you hit the wall.
I know. I don't usually do burnouts. I'm like the same way I am in real life. I don't know why. It's just a habit. Like you don't want to wreck your stuff.
That
That's the way I am.
That must be the key to your victories this season. You saved your equipment by not doing burnouts.
Yeah, I don't think I've done one, honestly. That was the first one I did right there. To hit the wall.
All right, so sounds like you got to go back to the body shop. But once we'll let you get on out of here. Once again, that was our race winner, Riley Duncan. Absolutely dominant season so far. He dominated this race. And we're going to see if he can drive through the pack next week, since he will have to start in the rear. All right, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at our official results. So your official race results, we had Riley Duncan bringing home the win, Tyler Smith in second, Adam Vinny in third, Stephen Gary comes home fourth, Marcus De La Garza in fifth. He, 2 spots off from winning the Port Charlotte Lawn Care Dash for Cash. Ryan Comba in 6th, Brock Bigelow in 7th, Lee Hamby in 8th, Dakota Dennis comes home 9th, Clint Walker finishes 10th, Steven Crouch in 11th, tough break for Steven, Mike Forstner in 12th, 13th was Nolan Perry, 15th, Brandon Williams, 14th, Brandon Williams, 15th, Dylan Potts. Once again, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in this week. We will be back next week, next Tuesday, with the 204 Late Model Series. Before that, I've got some big news. We have now signed 2 other leagues, one other family, the Outlaw Racing Series. They will be broadcasting on Sundays and Monday nights. Please tune in for that. Check out the racing. They will be the Cup cars and the ARCA cars. And once again, if you have not already, please make sure you hit that like, follow, subscribe button wherever you're watching, and head over to Facebook, like, follow, and subscribe to us on Facebook so we can bring these races live to you guys on Facebook as well as YouTube. Once again, I would like to thank everyone for tuning in, and I am going to sign off. Have a good night.